Right. Paper 11. Paper 11. Paper 11. Question number 251. What's the answer? Which of the following is the answer which consists of technical and professional environment forces? Right. What's the answer for the question number 251? Which of the following is the answer which consists of the technical and professional environment forces? What's the answer, Mani? Usman? Usman, what's the answer, Usman?
Third one.
Third one, yes. Third one is answer. Third one. Third one is answer. Third one. Right. Right. Next question. Right. Next question. Use the following information to answer the following two questions. Right. Keon started the vehicle service business on 1st January 2025 in a rented building. In a rented building, investing 800,000. The following transactions were carried out by the business. These are the transactions happened in the business organization. These are the transactions. Right. First one, service machines were purchased for 400,000 from Siddhi Vinayagar business on credit basis. Service machine were purchased. Okay, for 400,000 from Siddhi Vinayagar business. Second one, service material were purchased for 12,000 by cash. Service material were purchased for 12,000 by cash. By paying cash, purchase service material of 12,000. Third one, cash received from vehicle service 40,000 and material used for this is 7,000. Cash received from vehicle service 40,000 and material used for this service is 7,000. Right? Cost of sales 7,000. Cost of sales 7,000. Right. Service income is 40,000. Service income is 40,000. Right. Fourth one, service income receivable for servicing government vehicles 20,000 and service material used for this service 3,500. Okay. Service, right. Next service 20,000 value of the service, and then service material 3,500. Service income receivable. Service income receivable. Debtors. Expenses incurred including the depreciation 10,000 total expenses. Right. Now, 251. What's the answer? Amani, Usman. What's the answer? 251. What's the answer for the 251? What are the primary books for the transaction? First, second, third, and fourth transactions. $252. What's the answer? 252. Now, what's the answer for 252?
Third one.
Third one. Right, 252. It is the answer. $252. What's the answer? Yes, my third one is answer. Third one. General journal, cash payment journal, cash receipt journal, session. Yes, third one is answer. Third one. Third one is answer. Right. 253. Select the source document for the transaction first, third, and fourth transaction. Select the source documents for the transaction first, third, and fourth. What's the answer? Source document for first, third, and fourth. What's the answer? But Usman, what's the answer? Usman. 253, what's the answer? Source document for the first one, third one, and fourth one. What's the answer? Fifth one. Right. Amani, what's the answer? Amani.
Fifth one, sir.
Yes, fifth one is answer. Fifth one. Fifth one. General journal, general journal voucher, precedence says yes. Fifth one is answer. Fifth one. Fifth one is answer. Right. Question number 254. 254. 254 also belongs to that case, right? The profit earned by the business is, how much the profit earned by the business is? How much the profit? Profit earned by the business, how much? Yes, Amani, correct. Answer is correct. Profit earned by the business. Right, how much profit earned by the business organization? 254. 254. 254. Service machine were purchased for 400,000. No impact to profit. Second one, service material were purchased for 12,000 by cash. Purchase of stock. Purchase of stock. Right. Purchase of stock. Third one, cash received for vehicle service 40,000. Service income 40,000. Service income 40,000. Cost of sale 7,000. To get this 40,000, cost of sale 7,000. Cost of sale 7,000. Cost of sale 7,000. Fourth one, service income receivable for service government vehicle 20,000. Service material used for this service 3,500. 20,000. Cost of sales 3,500. Cost of sale 3,500. Cost of sale. Fifth one, expenses incurred including depreciation 10,000. Right. Expenses 10,000. Total income 60,000. Total expenses. Total expenses 17,000, 20,500, 20,500, 39,500 profit of the business. Profit of the business how much? 39,500. Okay. Profit of the business 39,500. 254. 254. Second one is answer. Okay. 254. Second one is answer. 254. Right. 255. 255. What's the answer? 255. Which of the following transaction would cause a decrease in equity of Amal and Kamal partnership? What's the answer for the 255? Which of the following transactions would cause a decrease in equity of Amal and Kamal partnership? What are the answers? What are the answers? Samay 255, what are the answers?
මේක තමයි මේ වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. මේ ආවලා
255, what are the answers? 255. Which of the following transaction would cause a decrease in equity of Amal Kamal partnership? What are the answers? Which of the following transactions could cause a decrease in equity of Amal Kamal partnership? What are the transactions impact to decrease equity of a partnership business? What are transaction? Two 255, what are the answers? Usman, what are the answers? Amani only. Transactions impact to decrease equity. What are the answers? First one, Kamal took goods at cost 50,000. Lamai, in a partnership business, equity includes in a partnership business, organization, equity includes capital account balance and current account balances. Capital account balances and current account balances. Okay, belongs to equity. Equity of a partnership business. Partnership है capital account, current account में देखिए वो total है तो मैं अभी equity वाला लगाना. Capital account balances and current account balances. Then Kamal took goods and cost 50,000. Equity increase or decrease? Equity increase or decrease? Usman, Anjikar. Kamal took goods at 50,000. Equity increase or decrease? Equity decrease, drawings. Current account debit. Equity increase. Equity decrease. Second one, Amal paid building rent of the business 40,000 from his own fund. Amal paid building rent of the business of 40,000 from his own fund. Amal paid building rent of the business 40,000 from his own fund. Ramal, equity increase or decrease? Equity increase or decrease? From transaction B, equity increase or decrease or no change? Amal paid building rent of the business 40,000 from his own fund. Am I equity increase or decrease? Rent expense account debit. 40,000. Rent expense account debit 40,000. Okay, and then current account credit, current account credit, current account credit. No impact. No impact to equity. No impact to equity. B, no impact. Amal paid bill rent of the business 40,000 from his own fund. No impact. Profit decrease. On the other hand, current account balance increase. No impact. May debit side 40,000, credit side 40,000. No impact. No impact. Impact. Right. Now I see. On the question I make one of the good questions, right? Now I see. Banana see. See. Annual salary of partners 24,000 have not been recorded in accounting books. Annual salary of partners 24,000 have not been recorded. Not recorded annual salary. Annual salary not recorded. Then my equity increase. Equity increase. Not recorded. Not recorded. Annual salary not recorded. Not recorded. No impact to decrease equity. D, annual salary of Amal my transaction C. Transaction C also no impact. No change. No change. D, D, annual salary of Amar 24,000 was paid in cash. Equity decreased. Current account debit. Cash book credit, current account debit. D, decrease equity. Okay, right. Now E, own life insurance premium of Kamal 20,000 was paid by partnership. Own life insurance premium of Kamal of 20,000 was paid by the partnership. Drawings. Then what are the transactions that causes to decrease equity? A, D, E. A, D, E. A, D, and E. A, D, E. Am I clear? Am I clear? Usman clear? Clear, right. Anjika clear, Anjika, I don't know. Right, clear? Right. Right, look at the next one. Use the following information to answer the questions. Right, answer the following two questions. It should be following two questions. Right. Partners current account of Bharat and Sarat partnership business for the year 31st March 2025 is given below. Right, current account of a business. Current account of the business. Right. And then if this business functions in accordance with the section 24 of the partnership ordinance without having any agreement, what is the profit share of Bharat for the year ended 31st March 2025? Now, what's the answer for the question number 256? What's the answer? 256, what's the answer? 256.
25,000.
Huh? 25,000. 25,000.
Oh,
Right. 25, right. 256. Right, am I? If the business function in accordance with the section 24 of the partnership ordinance without having any agreement, what is the profit share of Bharat? I think profit share of Bharat, right? If section 24 is not applicable, no salary. No salary. No salary. Then our total salary amount how much? 8,000. No salary. Then total salary amount 8,000. If section 24 is applicable, no interest on capital. Interest on capital. Interest on capital how much? 60,000. Interest on capital total amount 60,000. Total profit share how much? Total profit share 30,000 plus 20,000, 50,000. Total profit of the business how much? Total profit of the business organization. Total profit of the business organization. 90,000. 190,000. Yes, 190,000. 190,000 total profit of the business. Then if section 24 is applicable, profit should be shared equally. If section 24 is applicable, profit should be shared equally. Section 24 apply profit equal share. If the business function in accordance with the section 21 partnership ordinance without having any agreement, then profit should be shared equally. Profit should be shared equally. Profit share should be shared equally. Clear, Mani? Usman clear? Anjika clear? Right. Section 24 apply with nothing, no salary, no interest on capital. No interest on capital. When profit share 50,000, then total income of the total profit of the partnership business 190,000. 190,000 total profit of the business. 190,000. If section 24 is applicable, section 24 is applicable now, profit should be shared equally. Then divide by 2. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. How much? How much the profit? How much the profit? 95,000. Profit 95,000. Okay, right there. Profit belongs to Bharat 95,000. 256, 95,000. Profit 10 or 95,000 profit. Okay, 95,000. Clear. Anjika clear. Anjika, can you give me Anjika? Anjika the one then. Right. 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 Lamai. Question number 257. 257. 257. Question 257. Tilak was admitted as a new partner on 1st April 2025. He brought capital of 200,000. He brought capital of 200,000. Goodwill of partnership business was evaluated as 120,000 on this date. On this date. Sarat, Bharat and Tilak agreed to share the profit and losses equally. Agreed to share profit and losses equally. Partners agreed to adjust goodwill through partners' capital account without opening a goodwill account. Goodwill credit, goodwill debit. Show the correct equity of partners after admission of new partner. Show the correct equity of partners after admission of new partner. Show the correct equity of partners after admission of new partner. Bharat, Sarat and Tilak. What's the answer? Amani, Usman, Anjika. What's the answer? Right now, what are the answers? Show the correct equity of partners after admission of new partner. What are the answers? Right now, you need to prepare capital account. Prepare the capital account. 257. 257 need to prepare the capital account. Capital account. Right now, my capital account for the 257. Capital account. Right now, my 257. Right now, my here we will prepare capital account. Capital account. Bharat, Sarat and Tilak. Capital account. Bharat, Sarat and Tilak. Capital account. Right now, my opening capital account balances how much? Okay, in this business organization, they pay 10% interest on capital. 10% interest on capital. Then I Bharat and Sarat, 40,000 interest. Then divide by 10, multiplied by 100. Sarat, 20,000, divide by 10, multiplied by 10, multiplied by 100 to calculate their capital. Okay, 40,000 divided by 40,000 divided by 10, multiplied by 100. How much? 400,000. Capital account opening balance 400,000. Sarat 200,000. 200,000. In this question, Lamai, you need to calculate opening capital balances using the interest rate. Using interest rate. Interest rate use kala calculate kala ganno only make opening capital balance. And then here the 257 Tilak introduced 200,000 cash to the business capital to the business organization. Okay, on this date, they agreed to share goodwill of the partnership was evaluated as 120,000 on this date. On this date, goodwill of the business how much? Goodwill 120,000. They agreed to share profit and losses equally. Then divide by 3. How much the goodwill portion? Goodwill portion amount 40,000. Then my goodwill current account debit 40,000. 40,000. 40,000. Right, my new ratio debit, old ratio credit. Right, old ratio is what? In the current account, through the current account, you can get the old ratio. Old ratio, 3 to 2. Profit share ratio, profit share, total share of the profit, 30,000, 20,000. Profit share 30,000, 20,000. 3 to 2. Old profit share ratio. Old profit share ratio. Then 120,000 divided by 5 into 3 into 2. A good question, na? We can put the question na 120,000 divided by 5 into 3. How much? 72,000. Goodwill 72,000 and 48,000. 78,000, 72,000 and 48,000. Right, now you can calculate gross equity of the business. Gross equity of the business. Right, now all the physical class students need to bring completed paper. Completed paper next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay, Wattala, Battaramulla, and Nugegoda. All the physical class students need to bring this paper. Completed paper. Okay, without bringing this completed paper, I don't give the paper 12. Paper 12 ka dinna meka complete kala next week in the the set ka kada illane. Right. Now closing capital balance. Closing capital balance. Closing capital balance 400 plus 72. 472,000. 472,000 minus 472,000 minus 40,000. How much? 432. 432. Here also 248,000. 248,000 minus 40,000, 208,000. 208,000. Ramai, Tilak, 200,000, 200,000, 200,000 minus 40,000, 160,000. Capital balances. Ramai, capital balances of Bharata, Sarat and Tilak. Capital balances. They are capital balances. Capital balances. Okay, capital balances. Bharata, 432,000. Bharata. Sarat, 248,000. Sorry, 208,000. 208,000. Tilak, 160,000. 160,000. Capital balance. Ramai, question asks you to calculate. Show the correct equity of partners. Lamai question again kiyan mo kadde. Show the correct equity of partners. Question asks you to show correct equity of partners. Equity of equity. Then how to get the equity of partners business? Capital account plus current account. Capital account plus current account. Now in this current account you can see closing equity, closing current account balances. 60,000 and 50,000. Right, now closing current account balances. Current account balances. 60,000 and 50,000. Tilak zero. Tilak zero. How much? Equity balances. Equity balance of Bharata 432 plus 60,000. How much? 492,000. 492,000. Answer for the question. Sarat 208,000 plus 50,000. 250,000. 258,000. 258,000. Tilak 160,000. Now I answer for the question. Bharat 492,000. Sarat 258,000. 258,000. Tilak 160,000. Answer for the question. Clear. Amani clear. Usman clear. Right. Anjika clear. Anjika. Namisha clear. Revon clear. Now when you're sending answers of messages, send messages to the host. Now messages one host messages, host. Right. Now look at the next question. Now you need to do this paper at home. Otherwise, I can't give you time. Okay, in this task to complete the question. Okay, I can't give you time. You need to do the paper at home. Right. Now look at the question. A club had 100 members at the year ending 31st March 2025. Out of these members, 20 members joined on 1st January 2025. Their monthly subscription is 200. Now, monthly subscription 200. Donation received during the year 80,000. Donation received during the 80,000. Donation received should be recognized as income in 5 years from the year it was received. Right. Next one. 108,000 was received from an 8% fixed deposit maturing on 31st December 2024. What is the income recognized during the year ended 31st March 2025? What's the answer? What's the answer for the question number 225? 258. Lamai, what's the answer for the question number 258? What's the answer? I got one of the answer from Anjika, right? What about others? In the A-level exam, the critical one is first paper. Therefore, this class is extremely important. Okay, for you to cover first paper questions. Okay, first paper question. Right. I got one of the answer from Amani Anjika. Right, Lamai, what about others? Amani's answer is correct. Amani, your answer is correct, Amani. What's the answer? Classically, the question right. Let me look at the question. A club at 100 members. Question number 258. 258. A club at 100 members at the yearly 31st March 2025. Out of these members, 20 members joined on 1st January 2025. Okay, now then members fee, members subscription, total members 100 out of 180 members joined to the organization in previous years. 20 members joined on 1st January 2025. Then now 80 members from them we need to charge subscription for the whole financial year. Then 80 members into 200. Monthly subscription 200 into 12. Into 12. Balance 20 members. 20 members into 200 into they join to the business on 1st January 25. Then 3 months. 3 months subscription is charged to income state. Should be charged to income state. 3 months subscription. Okay. Right. And then how much? How much? 8,000 into 200 into 12. 192. Subscription 192. Here 20 into 200 into 3, 12,000. 12,000. And now donation received during the year 8,000. Donation received should be recognized as income in 5 years from year it was received. Then donation. Donation 8,000 is divided by 5. 8,000 divided by 5. Then donation income how much? Donation income 8,000 divided by 5 means 16,000. Right. And then FD interest received during our financial year, but that FD interest belongs to previous financial year, not to the current financial year. FD interest received for the previous financial year. For the year 31st December 25, FD interest for the last financial year. But we have collected in this month, in this year. After transferring our year of there. एक जनवरी FD interest for last financial year. FD interest belongs to last previous financial year. You can't have FD interest. How much the income that should be charged income statement of the non-profit organization? 192 plus 12,000 plus 60,000. 220,000. How many answers first? How many answers first? 258. 258. Okay, 258. Okay, Usman clear? Usman clear?
Yes.
Yes. Right. Prevon clear. Anjika clear. Navisha or Navisha clear. Right. Tamil question number 259. What's the answer? 259. What's the answer? 259. Total assets and total liabilities of a business on 31st March 2025 are 200,000 and 70,000 respectively. Total assets and total liability. The following errors were found after calculating. Following errors were found after calculating these amounts. Right. Right. The first one, 20,000 received in advance from customer for sales to be on 2025 March. April was recorded as sales. Okay, right. 20,000 received in advance from customer for the sales to be made on April 2020 was recorded as sales. Second one, electricity charges 6,000 for the March 2020 has not been recorded in accounting books. Total liabilities and total assets of the business after rectifying the above errors are. What's the answer for the 259? Total liabilities and net assets. Now, total liabilities and net assets of the business after rectifying the above errors are. Total liabilities and net assets. Total liabilities and equity. Equity, net assets, equity, net. Total liabilities and equity. Equity. What's the answer for the question number 259? What's the answer? The first answer. Total liabilities after adjusting, after rectifying above errors. Total liabilities and net assets. Right. Tell me how to get the answer of this question. 259. Liabilities, right? Come on here. At 31st March 2025, total assets of the business organization 200,000. On this date, liabilities of the business how much? 70,000. 70,000. These are the errors. 20,000 received in advance from customer for sales to be made on April 2025 was recorded as sales. Okay, was recorded as sales. Because of this transaction, what's the impact to assets, liability, and equity? 20,000 received in advance from customer for sales to be made on April 2025 was recorded as sales. Advance received of sales. Advance issued on sales. I got 5,000 from Usman. We'll see Usman. Alright. Advance issued on sales. 20,000 received in advance from a customer for sales to be made in April 2005 was recorded as sales. Cash book anyway they were talking. Cash book correct. But they have recorded it as sales. So it's then from sales you need to remove that 20,000 and that 20,000 should be transferred to liabilities. Advance issued on sales. So my liability plus 20,000. Liability plus 20,000. Liability plus 20,000. Advance issued on sales should be transferred to liability. Liability. Next transaction. Next transaction. Electricity charges 6,000 for the March 25 has not been recorded in accounting books. Electricity expenses not recorded. Electricity charges not recorded. That is not electricity paid. Electricity charges. Electricity paid electricity charges. Charges. Electricity charges. Then electricity charges you need to add to the liability. Liability plus 6,000. Liability plus 6,000. Okay, liability plus 6,000. Clear. Clear. Total assets 200,000. Total liability 96,000. Answer for the question 259. Total liabilities 96,000. Total liabilities 96,000. And then net assets of the business. How to calculate net assets? Net assets are closing asset minus closing liabilities. Closing assets 200,000. Total liabilities 96,000. How much? 104. 104. Liabilities of the business organization 96,000. Net assets of the business organization 104,000. 104,000. Clear. Revon clear. Navisha or Navisha clear. Anjika. Aman Usman clear. Answer for the 259. Answer for the 259. Okay, let me try. Now my question number 260. Look at the question number 260. Right. Question number 260. A debtor control account balance on 2025 March of XYZ PLC was reconciled with a debtor list balance as given below. Debtor control account balance was reconciled with the debtor list balance. Here, debtor control account balance before rectifying error 6,000. 6,000. And then overstated bad debts 50,000. Overstated bad debts 50,000. Adjusted debtor list balance 6,050. Adjusted debtor list balance. Okay, Dilamai. Adjusted debtor list balance 6,050. Adjusted debtor list balance. And then draft financial statements were prepared without considering the information disclosed in the above reconciliation statement. Profit for the year and current assets on 2025. Profit for the year and current assets on 31st March 25 are 200,000 and 80,000 respectively. Correct profit for the year and current assets are. Right, now profit of the business how much? Profit of the business 200,000. Profit of the business. Question number 260. Question 260. Profit of the business how much? 200,000. Profit of the business. Current assets of the business organization 800,000. Current assets of the business 800,000. Correct profit for the year and current assets are. Overstated bad debts. Overstated bad debts. Overstated bad debts. Because of overstated bad debts, profit decreased by 50,000. Then overstated bad debts, you need to add it to profit of the business. Profit has decreased by 50,000. The bad debts overstated in the profit of 50,000. Profit plus 50,000. And then because of overstated bad debts, current assets has been decreased by 50,000. Then again, current assets plus 50,000. Actually, debtors account debit, profit and loss account credit, P&L credit. Debtors account debit, debtors increase, P&L credit, profit increase. Then current profit of the business how much? 250,000. Current assets of the business how much? 850,000. That's the answer. That is the answer. That's the answer. Clear? Clear? Right, right there. Right. Look at the question number 261. Look at the question number 261. Right. 261. Right. In this question, right now, 261. All stock of a business in storage was destroyed due to fire caught on 31st March 2025. Closing stock fully damaged, fully destroyed in the business. The following details were available during the year ended 31st March 2025. Opening stock 800. Purchases, sales, sales returns, right? And then this business sells goods by adding a 25% profit on sales. This business sells goods by adding 25% profit on sales. Okay, right. And then insurance company agreed to provide 80% of stock damage. Right, then cost of the stock destroyed by fire and stock loss. What's the answer? What's the answer? How to get the answer of this question? How to get answer? Cost of the stock destroyed by fire. Destroyed by 50,000, stock loss 10,000, right? Aman, now that's for Aman. Lamai, what about others? Answer for the question 261, what's the answer? You need to calculate closing stock at first. Lamai, that closing stock fully damaged. Closing stock fully destroyed by the fire. Right. Question number 261. Question number 261. 261. Come on here. Right. We'll prepare a trading account. Prepare a trading account. Lamai, in this business, opening cost of sale. Opening stock how much? 800. Purchases 3,000. Sales 6,000. Sales return 1,000. Net sales 5,000. Net sales 5,000. Opening stock plus purchases 3,800. 3,800 minus closing stock. That closing stock fully damaged due to fire. Closing stock fully damaged. Right. There is in this business. The business sell goods by adding 25% profit on sales. You know, we have discussed. And now a business sell product by adding profit to the cost. Okay. This is how we calculate selling price. Cost plus profit equal to selling price. Markup margin. Here 25% profit on sales. On sales. 25% on sales. Then sales 100. Profit 25. Cost 75. Cost 75. Then here net sales 5,000. Net sales. That 5,000 equal to 100. Then 5,000 equal to 100. 5,000 equal to 100. Then multiplied by 75. 75. To calculate cost of sale. To calculate cost of sale. And now cost of sale how much? 5,000 divided by 100 into 75. Cost of sales 3,750. 3,750 cost of sale. Cost of sale. Then here cost of sales 3,750 cost of sale. Cost of sales. Then 3,800 minus cost of sales 50,000 closing stock. 50,000. This closing stock fully damaged due to fire. This closing stock fully damaged due to fire. Okay. Cost of the destroyed stock 50,000. 50,000. 50,000. Okay. Right. Now I answer for the cost of stock destroyed 50,000 and then stock loss of the business. Stock loss. Out of this total loss, insurance company agreed to pay us 80%. Insurance company agreed to pay us 80%. Balance 20% loss of the business. Balance 20% loss of business. Balance 20%. How much? Then total stock loss 10,000. Total stock loss 10,000. Stock damage due to fire 50,000. Okay. Cost of the stock destroyed 50,000. Answer for the first one. Answer for the second blank space 10,000. 10,000. Anjika clear. Usman clear. Revon clear. Clear. Revon clear. Yes, right. Navisha. Oh, Navisha. A girl or boy? I don't know. Right. Now next one. Right. Right. Nice. Right. Right. Now next one. Next point. Right. Look at the question number 262. I think there's a correction in 262. Look at the question. I think there's a correction. 262. Petty cash balance of a business on 2025 June. On 1st June 2025 was 1,200 opening balance. The total of analysis column of the petty cash control account are as follows. Right. The petty cash interest amount was increased by 500 in June 2025. The amount reimbursed on 1st June 25. Lama, here there's a correction. I think. All right, give me 1 minute. Opening balance 1,200. Total petty cash expenses how much? Total petty cash expenses 800 plus 300 plus 180 plus 120 is 1,400 total petty cash expenses in June. And then petty cash interest amount was increased by 500 in June, right? Lamai, we need to correct open 1,200 expenses 100. Yeah. 1,400 plus 500. Petty cash interest amount was just Lama, here we will adjust this one as 1,000 plus plus here we will adjust it as the total of the analysis column of petty cash control account are as follows. Total of the total analysis column of petty cash control account in May. Total of the analysis column of petty cash control account in May. May month, May month. Now here should be total of the analysis column of petty cash control account in May month are as follows. As follows. May month total petty cash expenses 800, 300, 180 and 100. May month, in the month of May. In the month of May. Okay, right now you can get the answer. Right, what's the answer of question 262? What's the answer? 262. A simple question. 262. What's the answer? 262. Right, petty cash control account. Petty cash control account. Here. 1st June 2025, opening balance 1,200. 1st June. May month, total expenses in May 1,400. 800 plus 300 plus 180 plus 120. Total expenses in May 1,400. Total expenses in May. Otherwise, petty cash interest amount was increased by 500 in June 2025. Otherwise, this 1,400 plus 500. Okay, increase amount plus total petty cash expense of May reimbursed by the main cashier to the petty cashier. Then why? Cash control account credit, petty cash account debit, petty cash control account debit 1,900. 1,900. Okay, then that is the answer. The amount reimbursed on 1st June 2025. 1st June reimbursement 1,900. That's the answer. That is the answer of the question. Clear? Usman clear. Aman clear. Anjika? Navisha? Revon clear? Clear. Simple question, huh? Right. Now, question number 263. What's the answer? Which of the following equation is used to find production cost? What's the answer? What's the answer? 263. Manufacturing accounting. Yes, Amani's answer is correct. What is the answer for the question number 263? If you want to explain a question again, send me a message. Okay. Or you can okay on the mic and tell me, right? Or send me a message. What's the answer for the 263? 263. I got answer from Amani Usman. What about others? Other students? Anjika, Navisha, Revon. 260. What's the answer? 263. Amani's answer is correct. I got answer from Amani, Usman, and Navisha. That's the answer. Huh? Which of the equation is used to find production cost? Production cost. How to calculate production cost? In chapter 7, prime cost plus overhead cost. Overhead means factory overhead cost. Now my prime cost plus factory overhead cost. Production cost. How to calculate production cost? Time cost plus factory overhead cost. Factory overhead. Lamai overhead cost we can divide into two. How to divide? Overhead cost. How to divide overhead cost? Lamai there are two methods to divide overhead cost. How to divide? Overhead cost. Lamai factory overhead cost and next one. Right, Lamai factory overhead cost and the next one. Huh? Non-production overhead. Non-production overhead. Okay, then overhead cost. Factory overhead cost and non-production overhead. Lamai production overhead factory overhead cost means production overhead cost. Production overhead cost plus non-production overhead cost. Then Lamai to calculate production cost we use prime cost plus production overhead cost or factory overhead cost. Non-production overhead costs we record in the profit and loss statement. Profit and loss statement. Question number 263 says third one. Prime cost plus factory overhead. Okay, 263. Third one is answer. Third one. Third one. Revon clear. Revon. Anjika clear. Clear. Navisha clear. Right. 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 264. Right. Am I? Question number 264. The following details are related to a Nelson business. Nelson business. Right. Opening total assets, closing and opening. Total liabilities, closing and opening. Total liabilities. Right. 40,000 was charged by bank from business bank account in the case of a guarantee provided by owner for a bank loan obtained by his relative. My drawings of 40,000. Even the stock costing 50,000 included in assets was sold to customer. It had not been delivered to him. When the stock costing 50,000 included in assets was sold to customer, it has not been delivered to him. One of the closing stock has not been delivered to him. One of the stock sold to customer has not been delivered. Then that stock is included in the closing stock. Closing stock of the business. Then what is the net profit or loss for the year ended 31st March 2020? Lamai, what's the answer? Question number 264, what's the answer? What's the answer for the 264? Lamai, what's the answer? 264, what's the answer? What is the net profit or loss for the year ended 31st March 2025? Usman, एक मार्कर का मैं next week और क्या देना? Usman, Tuesday अभी करूँ. Usman,
Hari sir.
okay भाई. Message next week और फोटो मार्कर किया है. Lamai 264, what's the answer? 264. The following, right? Lamai, what is the net profit or loss? Huh? opening assets, opening liabilities. Right now, 264. First answer 264. Right, 264. Or with the answer for the 264. What is the net profit or loss of the business? Net profit or loss. Lamai 264. First answer. We can use profit equation to get the answer of this question. Profit of the business. Profit closing net assets minus opening net assets minus additional capital plus clothings. Plus clothings. Plus clothings. Am I here? Right. Am I? Here, closing net assets of the business. Closing net assets. How to calculate closing net assets? Am I? Closing net assets. Closing asset minus closing liabilities, 350. Closing liabilities. Right? Closing asset minus closing liabilities, closing net assets. In this business organization, even the stock costing 50,000 already assets was sold to a customer, it has not been delivered to him. 50,000 stock not delivered to customer. Then that closing stock is available in the closing asset. Then 750 minus 50,000, how much? 700. Closing liability. 700 minus 350. Closing net assets 350. Closing net assets 350. Minus opening net assets. Opening net assets. Opening assets 500. Opening liabilities 200. Opening net assets 300. 300. Minus additional capital. Additional capital CO. But plus drawings. Drawings plus drawings 40,000. Drawings 40,000. Then how much the net profit or loss? How much net profit or loss? 9,000.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, 50 closing stock in the sold.
Even the stock costing 50,000 included in assets were sold to customer. It has not been delivered to him. Stock is customer delivered. Then the closing stock is available in the physical stock. Here's this one. That 50,000 is not delivered to customer. Therefore, that 50,000 is included in the physical closing stock. The closing stock available in the closing asset. Then from that we need to deduct 50,000. 50,000 may be deducted to calculate correct closing assets.
Sir.
Alright. How much? Here, the answer is 90,000. Yes, 90,000. 90,000. Net profit or loss of the business, how much? 90,000. Okay, net profit or loss of the business organization, 90,000. Clear? Aman clear. Aditya clear. Manisha, everyone clear? Clear. Right. Right. Now I look at the next question. Question number 265. An easy question. Easy. Easy question, right? Which of the following accounting concepts recognize the depreciation of each period in income statement? Right. To record depreciation in each period in income statement, what is the applicable accounting concept? Lamai, what's the answer for 265? Matching, going concern, prudence, realization, and accrual concept. Right. Which concept is applicable to record a depreciation in income statement? What's the answer? What's the answer? Oh, Lamai, here numbers are wrong. Here first. This one should be first one. First, Lamai, it should be first one. First, second, third, fourth. Right. Lamai, this should be first one. First one. What's the answer? What's the answer for the 265? What's the answer? 265. I got one answer from Anjika. 265, what's the answer? 265. Lamai, what's the answer? Matching concept first one, going concept second one, prudence third one. Huh? What's the answer? Lamai? What's the answer? Navisha. Usman, what's the answer? Rebon, what's the answer? What's the answer, Lamai? Huh? Lamai, 265, what's the answer? 265. Matching concept, first one is answer. First one. Matching concept. We record depreciation in income statement based on matching concept in profit or loss statement. First one is answer. 265%. Right. Now, next question. Next question. Look at this one. All receipts and payments of a business were made to bank. Bank, right? Okay. Bank statement balance on 31st January 2025 was the bank statement balance on 31st January 2025 was a credit balance of 40,000. Bank statement balance is a credit balance. Yes, favorable balance. If our business shows a debit balance, the bank statement need to show a credit balance. To our business, that 40,000 is an asset, but to the bank, that 40,000 is a liability. Only one reason for the difference between the cash control account and cash control account balance and bank statement balance is unrealized check of 5,000. Only one reason for the difference. 5,000. Information for the February 2020 is as follows. Total of cash receipt journal February month 120,000. Total of the cash payment journal 70,000. Value of check realized by the bank times 6,000. Value of the check presented at bank 53,000. Errors and omissions for February. Bank charges 3,000. Direct deposit of debtor 2,000. Calculate the value of unpresented checks. Calculate the value of unrealized checks. Lamai 266. What's the answer? 266. We have discussed this kind of questions in our class, in our theory class. Bar reconciliation question. We have discussed this type of questions, including last month bar reconciliation. Question number 266. A good question. Question number 266. Right, Lamai? Here. All receipts and payments of a business were made through the bank account. Bank statement balance on 31st January 2025 was credit balance of 40,000. Here, February month. Opening bar reconciliation. February month opening bar reconciliation. Opening bar reconciliation of February month or bar reconciliation of the January month. Bar reconciliation. Here, bank statement balance 40,000. 40,000. Only one reason for the difference between the cash control account, current account balance and the bank statement balance is unrealized check of 5,000. Unrealized check 5,000. Unpresented check plus unrealized check minus. Minus. Balance as per adjusted cash control account. How much? 45,000. 45,000 minus 5,000, 40,000. Opening bar reconciliation. Oh, bar reconciliation in January month. January bar reconciliation. January month closing cash balance 45,000. January month closing bank statement balance 40,000. 40,000. Right, now give me 1 minute. Right, now here. Right, now cash control account balance. Opening balance 45,000. Opening bank statement balance 40,000. Opening bank statement balance 40,000. Right, now here, right. Question number 266 asks you to calculate value of unpresented check and calculate the value of unrealized check. I mean, how to calculate? How to calculate? Unpresented check and unrealized check. Alright, cash control account. Cash control account. Cash control account opening balance how much? 45,000. Cash control account opening balance 45,000. 45,000. Okay, right then total of the cash receipt journal. Receipt journal total amount how much? 120,000. Receipt journal total amount. Total of the cash payment journal 70,000. Payment journal total amount 70,000. Payment journal total amount. And then value of the check realized by the bank 96,000. Value of the check realized by the bank 96,000. Look at the bank statement. Anyone bank statement? Bank statement. Bank statement. Debit, credit and balance. Opening balance how much? Opening balance of bank statement 40,000. Opening balance of bank statement how much? 40,000 open balance. Value of check realized by the bank 96,000. Realized check 96,000. Realized check 96,000. Okay, then 96,000 including last month unrealized check. This 96,000 including last month unrealized check. Next one, value of the check realized by right. Value of the check presented at bank. Presented. Right, my check payment. 53,000. Check payment 53,000. Check issues 7,000, but payments 53,000. Errors and omissions. Bank charges 3,000. Bank charges 3,000. Bank charges. Direct deposit of debtor 2,000. Direct deposit of debtor 2,000. Here also. Bank charges 3,000. Direct deposit 2,000. Without preparing the bank statement, we can get the answer. But for your understanding, I prepare the bank statement also. Bank statement. Fine. Answer for the 267. What is the adjusted cash control account balance? How much? Adjusted cash control account balance. 45,000 plus 120,000 plus 2,000 minus 70,000 and 3,000. 45,000 plus 120,000 plus 2,000 minus 70,000 and 3,000. 94,000. 94,000. Adjusted cash control account balance 94,000. Adjusted cash control account balance 94,000. Okay. Answer for the 267. Answer for the 2. Calculate the value of unpresented checks. Issued check 70,000. But check payment 53,000. 70,000 minus 53,000. 70,000 minus 53,000. Unpresented check 17,000. Unpresented checks 17,000. Unpresented checks 17,000. And then Unrealized checks. Unrealized checks. How much? Unrealized check. Total deposits 120,000. Checks deposit 120,000. Total realized check 96,000. Out of this 96,000, 5,000 from the last month. Out of this 96,000, 5,000 check from the last month. Last month unrealized check. This month deposited and this month realized check 96,000 minus 5,000, 91,000. 91,000. 120,000 minus 91,000. 91,000. 96,000 included in last month unrealized check. This year deposit, this month deposited and this month realized 91,000 in 91,000. That's what I meant. 120,000 minus 91,000. Unrealized check. 120,000 minus 91,000. Unrealized check 29,000. 29,000. 29,000. Clear? Is it clear? Amani, clear? Amani clear? Anjika clear? Navisha, Usman clear? Okay. Anjika clear? Navisha, Amani, Usman clear? Right. 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 Now, next question. Look at the next question. Question number 268. Look at the next question. Question number 268. Right. Write the relevant classification of accounts for the following accounts of a partnership business. Relevant classification. Partners current account. Relevant classification. Asset account, liability account, equity account, income or expense account. Partners current account. How to classify partners current account? Am I? Partners current account. How to classify? I need quick answers. Come on, how to classify partners current account? Equity account. Partners current account belongs to equity. Loan account of a partner. How to classify? Liability. Interest of loan account of a partner. Interest of loan account of a partner. Interest of loan account of a partner. How to classify? Now the interest payable. Expense. Interest of loan account of a partner, expense. Last one. Accrued interest of loan of a partner. Accrued interest of loan of a partner. How to classify? Liability. Equity, liability, expense, liability. Clear? Am I clear? Clear. Right. Right. Now I question number 269. Look at the question number 269. State whether the following transactions could cause increase, decrease, or no change in creditor control account balance of a business. State whether the following transaction would cause increase, decrease, or no change of creditor control account of a business. Sorry. Now my first one. Credit purchase of a machine. Increase, decrease, or no change. Credit purchase of a machine. Now my Amani, Anjika, Navisha, Usman. Navisha, Usman. Credit purchase of machine. Credit control account, increase, decrease, or no change. I need quick answers. Give me quick answers. Yes, Amani, correct. No change. No change. Unpresented checks. Unpresented checks. Increase, decrease, or no change. Unpresented checks. Ramai. Unpresented check. I need quick answers. No change. No change. Yes, no change. No change. Next one. A creditor's column of cash payment journal overstated. Creditors column of cash payment journal overstated. Because of this error, creditor control account increase, decrease, or no change.
Decrease.
Decrease, decrease, decrease. Yes, decrease. Fourth one, transfer from debtor ledger to creditor ledger. Contra entry. Transfer from debtor ledger to creditor ledger. Creditor control account debit, debtor control account credit. Because of this transaction, increase, decrease, or no change. Yes, yes, Usman, correct. Decrease, decrease, decrease. Answer is decrease. Right, right, right. Up to question 269, okay. Right, Lamai. Balance questions we will discuss next week. Next week. I will send you paper 11 also. Lamai. All the physical class students need to bring paper 10 and paper 11. Without bringing those two completed papers, I don't give you the paper 12. Paper 12. Physical class සමයද තමයි අනිවාර්යෙන් මේකේ answers තියෙන්න ඕනේ next week එනකොට class කරගෙන යනකොට නැත්නම් යාර papers හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් මොකද recordings දානවනේ කම්පියුටර්. recordings වල complete කරන්න ඕනේ නැත්නම් papers වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right. Right. Now enough for the day. We'll meet next Sunday. Complete the questions. Complete the paper. If you don't have complete it, right? Please complete. Please complete. I will send you paper 12. Okay. Right. Bye. We'll meet again next Sunday. Okay. Right.
Sir,
Yes.
මේ